Hey guys, welcome to The Hope That Heals You with me, Marie Nazria. Today I want to talk about something very interesting. I learned this many, many years ago, and it's something I carry with me, and it's something that when I am going through a hard time or I need to check in with myself, I ask myself this question, which is, am I being my own good enough blank? So growing up, we have different relationships with our parents, friends, partners, and sometimes those people, because we can't control them, they're not giving us what we need, whether it's love, respect, empathy, compassion, whatever it is. And I learned this a really long time ago. When I had a parental figure that wasn't really showing up in the way that I needed them to be, my therapist taught me to be my own good enough. So I have learned to be my own good enough mother, my own good enough father, my own good enough friend, my own good enough partner. And I think it's a forever evolution of things. And it's a really interesting thought. So I invite you, if you have a relationship that's struggling or someone's not meeting you at the level of your needs, that you fulfill that need for yourself, that you start to work on what that means to you. So in a partnership, for example, or a relationship with a partner, like if you need someone to be more compassionate or more empathetic or more communicative, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, can I be that? Can I provide that for myself? Because we can't always rely on other people to give us what we need, but we can rely on ourselves. So if that comes up for you in your relationship, stop and ask yourself, wait, am I communicating my needs? Because the other person doesn't always know what you need. Am I giving myself those things? Before you expect something from someone else, experience or try to give it to yourself. Growing up, I had challenging relationship. And I'm going to respect that person by not saying who it is, but it was very hard for me. And I lacked a lot from this person, and it was a fundamental need that I needed in my life. And when my therapist taught me how to provide those things for myself, I slowly but surely became my own good enough. So I really invite you to try this on. Especially it makes you a healthier person in the relationships that you show up in. It makes you rely on people less for things that you think you need from others. It makes you a well-rounded, full person. Now, it doesn't always work. It's not foolproof. We all have our moments, of course. But I think that when you start giving yourself what you need, you put it less in the control of other people, whether they can do that for you. You are less disappointed by others because you're like, oh, they don't actually have that to give to me. So like, for example, another example is like, I wanted my father to be in town more often than he was because he traveled a lot when I was a kid. And that was very hard for me because it was inconsistent. And it brought up a lot of anxiety and stress for me to not have him in the home. And so as I got older, I had an issue and anxiety around inconsistency. And I realized, instead of putting that power in someone else's hands, am I consistent? Am I consistent with myself? Am I consistent with the people around me? And creating consistency in my own life, whether that person showed up or not, or disappointed me or didn't, it really helped me have a sense of, I don't want to say control, but I was less disappointed, less reliant on other things, outside things. So I hope that this video was helpful. You are your own good enough. Make it a point to be your own good enough, because as life goes on, we move forward, we lose people, we separate from people, and we can't rely on other people to fulfill our needs. And we really just have to look inward and start doing the work on ourselves, what that means to you, and start creating that for yourself. Thank you so much. You could follow me at Marie Nazria Podcast on YouTube, or The Hope That Heals You on IG. You can also share this with friends, loved ones, anybody you think this would help. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day.